Ooh. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Dee Dee. Hey, you all. Let's see.
Morning.
Hey, good morning. All right, I had this set up with a camera practice with my just internal camera, but now that I turned on Zoom, I was way too close. I think Zoom's camera is like set up for just your face. So let me see. Can you guys see my whole body, or do I need to try to move back?
Everything but your face. You can see from
Okay,
head to
I have a room to go back. I'm half in the dining room. Let's see.
That's better.
Okay, I'm gonna have to, I'm like halfway through the door frame. It's gonna be a little tricky, but I'll try to manage it. Let's see, let me get this over a little. More centered. All right, let's see. Let me go stand up back there again and you guys let me know.
Can you see us?
No.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how to do that with my
Let me
screen.
see.
Oh, wait. Start video.
I'm asking you all to start your video. There's a
Okay.
video. There you go, Dee Dee. I see you. Oh, you're outside. That's awesome.
Yes, with the birds.
Let's see. Kim is coming. Yay.
I'm going to take a picture of you.
Hi. Looking my best, 2 inches from the camera, right?
We're all camera ready.
Who was joking about needing to order wrinkle cream for all these Zoom meetings? Hats, hairs, we got it.
That was me. That was me.
Okay, let's see. I think you and several others. I think it's because, okay, so can you guys see me now?
Yeah. Well, your head's cut off again, but.
My head's still cut off. All right, I'm gonna try to adjust this angle a little, but then I'll be. I don't think I can move back far enough. I don't think Zoom is.
It's okay.
I'm like 100 feet from the camera. I don't think Zoom is really set up for like getting the angle right for something like yoga. You know, it's set up to just be like.
Can you rotate your camera?
No, I'm using my laptop, so
Okay.
I don't have a way to like make it go sideways. That's okay. Hey, Brenna.
Hey.
How are you? We're just getting the like put myself 100 feet from you guys to try to have my whole body in the frame.
That's good. We know what you look like.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good point. We could just do this all with audio. We don't even need, we could just turn the videos off, right?
Exactly.
Oh, no, don't
Morning.
do that. I need to
It's
see
good.
what you're doing.
Oh, no.
Kelly,
Hey,
that's
Laura.
Kelly.
Hey, Jenna.
Hey.
It's
That's
fun.
Kelly.
All right,
Wait.
let's see. Hey, Kelly. Wow. We got a lot of people on here.
I don't see Kelly.
Good
Let me see.
morning.
Where is she?
It depends
Yeah,
on
you can keep scrolling to the right and we see
I
all,
see it. There's Joy.
we got 2 Lauras, but I can't see their cameras yet, so I don't know which ones yet.
if you hit the thing that looks like 9 squares, you can see
Yeah.
everybody at once.
Everybody at once.
Ah.
Nice. Thank you, Kelly, for the Zoom lesson. I'm still.
Hello. Look at Joy, how cute you are. I love it.
Yay.
This
Oh my
makes
gosh,
me
Sarah,
happy.
it's so funny. We're looking at your ceiling and just like, you know, the very, very top. Doesn't matter.
Oh, Sarah, yeah.
We're all going to go back to our mats and it doesn't matter. We're going to be in our zone. We're not going to be looking at each other, right? So,
EJ, first time up on yoga. Let's see you.
is she here?
He's
Oh.
there.
Oh,
Never
yeah.
taken a yoga class. Hello.
Welcome, welcome. All right, the 2 Lauras still don't have your cameras going. So there's a little, there's an icon in the bottom left corner to start your video.
Oh, Kelly, you're good. I put the dogs up.
I may have to.
Oh, hey. Hey, Laura Moon.
They're staring at
Can
me
you
out
hear
the window.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, I'm gonna.
So I wasn't gonna video because I'm not exactly dressed completely.
Oh, you don't have to video. We just wanted to, I just wanted to see who it was because there's two different Lauras showing up on the screen here and I couldn't see pictures of either.
The other Laura must be,
Saying you have to leave the meeting and
I
come back.
can't think of her last name, but she comes every Saturday morning.
Okay, we'll have to see if she gets her video going or she talks to us.
She's another nurse practitioner. She does mental health. Nurse practitioner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
EJ says
Yeah.
brave people outside fighting pollen. You're right. We're actually going to start with a breathing exercise that may help people that are having pollen sensitivities or may really just be super challenging. So I'm going to have to figure that out. All right, let's see. Ah, okay, cool. So I'm learning all these different views. This is fun. Now Dee Dee's in the frame. Okay, so once we start practicing, we might want to have everybody, I mean, I don't know if it really matters, but we might want to have people mute their microphones just in case there's weird
Yeah.
noises that create.
That's a good idea. And before I mute, I just want to suggest that the rest of us, if you want to see Susan, mute yourself and put it on speaker view. So that means that the person who's speaking is the one who's in the big frame.
Okay.
Muting.
Okay, oh yeah, that looks good. Right, now that's you, Jenna. I'm seeing you in supersize. I love it. Okay. So y'all can still hear me, right? Thumbs up? Okay, good. All right, let's get back to our mats. Sorry, I have to walk like a million feet behind me to get into the frame. And people were telling me my head is still gonna be a little cut off, but we're just gonna do the best we can. All right, we don't need a blanket or anything to start today. I wasn't sure what y'all had by way of props. So we're gonna start in a child's pose. So for child's pose, start by sitting back on your heels and then open your knees wide towards the edges of the mat. Big toes stay touching and walk the arms forward. So you bring the torso down to the mat in front of you and allow the forehead to drop all the way down to the mat. Take a few deep breaths here in your child's pose. Feeling the hips sink down towards the heels, let them grow heavy. And you might notice your hips popping up away from the heels, and that's okay and very normal, but try to send the energy down, drawing the body towards the heels. And this is a nice place with the forehead lower down into the mat to begin to turn inward. After all the work and effort and busyness to get to the mat, to get the technology working, to show up in this space this morning, now we turn the practice towards its internal focus. So take a few deep breaths, feel yourself settle, feel yourself grow heavy. Take a moment to notice any sounds around you. Maybe you hear the birds chirping, sounds of the wind, maybe the sounds of others in your house stirring, traffic. Let it all just come inside and become part of your own internal rhythm. Let it start to connect with the rise and fall of the breath. No need to change the breath, just become aware of its natural rhythm and where you feel it in the body. So the breath is something we so often take for granted. Develop some curiosity about it right now. Notice the feeling of the rise and fall of the chest or the back, perhaps more so in this position. The feel of the air entering and exiting through the nostrils. Cover the breath fully with your awareness, noticing the feel of the breath as it leaves the body And the slight pause at the bottom of the breath. And then that natural and automatic turn where the exhale becomes a new inhale. The breath breathing itself into you. And then follow the breath all the way to the top of the curve and notice the pause where the inhale becomes an exhale. Just experiencing this cycle fully. It's nice to bring ourselves into our breath at the beginning of practice. It reminds us that this breath and this connection to our true self is the real meaning of yoga. And these physical shapes, these postures we make, are just ways to help us explore the body and become closer to that connection. But we don't ever want to let the shapes distract us from the true purpose. So if a shape isn't suited to you today, if any of my suggestions aren't working for you, let this be your own practice. So come out of a posture, modify in any way that feels right for you, or simply return to a place where you can rest with the breath and you've lost nothing in your practice. So a few more moments here with yourself to get centered. Let it all go. Take a nice last exhale here. And then when your next inhale arrives, begin to walk yourself up so that you're seated back onto the heels. Bring the knees forward again. Palms can rest on the thighs, and we'll take a breathing exercise at the beginning of the practice. I'm going to come forward only because for some reason Jana is still my teacher, my guru in front of me. I don't know if there's a way to see myself. Let's see. But you all can keep breathing there in that seated place. I don't know, it doesn't matter, right? Oh, speaker view. Oh, it's still all about Jana for me. I love it. Maybe that's just the way. Oh, there you go. I got myself. Okay. Just it would be interesting to like make sure I'm in the frame. Okay. So let's sit back on our heels and take a breathing exercise called alternate nostril breathing. This is an exercise that helps create balance in the body, which perhaps we all need right now. So let the shoulders drop down away from the ears. Lift the right hand up. Take your middle finger and place it right between the two eyebrows, very lightly. Your thumb will lightly rest on top of the right nostril, and together, the ring finger and the pinky finger rest lightly on the left nostril. Not covering anything yet, just take a few breaths here through both nostrils. And we will be breathing through one nostril at a time in a moment. So if you're suffering from allergies or congestion and a nostril is closed, then that's okay. You don't have to close it completely. Just do the best you can. But this exercise can help to open the nostrils if that's the case. So one more breath through both nostrils. And then this next breath, go ahead and press down and close the right nostril and inhale fully through the left only. When you reach the top of that inhale, hold and close the left nostril as you reopen the right and exhale through the right. Pause at the bottom. Keep that same right nostril open and inhale again. Always changing at the top of the breath. So now close the right, exhale through the left. Hold at the bottom and inhale left. Pause at the top. Change nostrils, exhale right. Inhale right. Change. Exhale left. Pause. Inhale left. Pause and change. Exhale right. So you've got this now. Continue the pattern, connecting to the rhythm of your own breath. So it may be a little faster or slower than the rhythm I was offering up. That's okay. And remember, if you're not able to breathe fully through one nostril, you can do this whole exercise breathing through both nostrils. Just visualize the air entering and exiting through one nostril at a time. And even that visualization can help create openness. Of course, not only in the physical channels of the body, but in the energy. We're trying to shift and balance the energy here. So wherever you are, complete one more full cycle of breath on each side. And then when you reach the top of your next inhale, release both nostrils and exhale fully. Perhaps close the eyes. Take a few deep breaths through both nostrils. And notice if you experience a shift in the way your breathing feels, in the lightness and openness you might experience in the head and throughout the body, the softness that you've created. All right. And now let's begin to warm the spine. So move forward, find a tabletop position, spread the fingers wide, middle finger pointed towards the top of the mat. The hands directly under the shoulders so that you've got straight table legs, and then press the energy through the entire hand and even under the knuckles of the fingers so we're not dumping all of our weight down into the wrists. On an inhale, lower the belly and lift the gaze up. This is cow pose. As you exhale, draw the navel in, tuck the tailbone and the chin, coming to a rounded cat. Inhale, find your cow, open across the collarbones, draw the shoulder blades back. Exhale, cat pose, push away from you. So you're moving here in this very simple and common, one of the most common yoga poses. Just keep going with your own breath, moving through a full extension and then a full contraction of the spine. So it's incredible for the health of the spine. It's a simple exercise we can do every day. At any point, you can change this by adding some twists to side, creating a nice lateral movement in the spine. You can begin to move organically in any way that the spine is asking for. Shifting the hips back and taking it into a bit of a figure 8 pattern is one option. We're moving into what we call an extended cat-cow by pressing the hips back to child's pose through that cat, and then inhaling, lifting the hips back up for your cow. Lots of movement in all directions. And while we're doing this, it's a good time to mention, I forgot in the beginning of class, that I'm doing this on the cheap today, so I don't have the paid version of Zoom, which means when we're 40 minutes into our practice, we're going to be cut off. And Shonda tells me it's not a problem. They offer you 30 minutes more, but I have to run quickly up to the screen and click to take that 30 extra minutes. So when we get to that point, don't be distracted. Or if you are distracted, just try to get back into it. All right, finish out that cycle wherever you are with your cat-cows. Return to tabletop to a stillness of the spine. We'll move through a gate series. So extend your right leg straight out away from you. The foot is flat, the toes are pointed forward. And then lift up so that you're standing here. Right arm is resting lightly on that right leg, and sweep the left arm up and over to get a nice lateral side stretch in the left side body. Breathing. Listen to the birds. Reach those left fingertips further. And then on the exhale, let that left arm come all the way down outside you. Palm presses into the mat and sweep the right arm high. So this is actually a nice modified side plank. So the right fingertips are reaching up to the ceiling. The gaze can be up towards the fingertips if it's comfortable and safe for your neck. And then to deepen into a right side body stretch, extend that arm now alongside the ear. reaching and pointing the right fingertips towards the wall in front of you or towards the trees. Some of you are outside. And then on an inhale, bring yourself back up to where we started here in our gate series. Then drop the hands down, bring the knee back in, tabletop. Take one cycle of cat and cow to neutralize the spine between sides, and then return to a neutral spine. Let's do that on the left side. So extend that left leg out beside you, toes pointed forward, foot is flat. Bring yourself up so that you're standing over this right knee. Left hands rest lightly. We bend and fold to the left. Right arm reaches over. Think more about growing long through the right side body than collapsing down into the left. Keeping the chin lifted and that right shoulder open. Moving now into our modified side plank. The left arm drops down right to the outside of the mat beside you. Left arm stacks above the right, gaze up. So if you were to draw a line here, the arm should be straight with the wrist stacked over the shoulder, over the right shoulder and over the right wrist. Nice deep breaths. You can begin the Ujjayi Pranayama, making the breath audible by constricting the back of the throat. It's a lovely way to hear the breath and to settle into the parasympathetic side of the nervous system. Now draw yourself back up and out of the pose with the left fingertips. Drop yourself back down into tabletop, and we move into downward facing dog. So walk the hands one palm's width distance forward to slightly widen the stance. Reestablish that firm connection under the palms and under the knuckle mounds with the fingers. Tuck the back toes, and let's build some heat in the core before we press into downward dog. So perhaps just lift the knees up a couple inches and hover here. Hover, hover, hover. Feeling the core engage. And now as you exhale, lift the hips skyward. The movement comes from the core there. Knees can stay bent. Press the chest towards the thighs. So it's much more important that we're creating a long, extended spine rather than worrying about the straightness of the legs or how close the heels come to the mat. But we can begin to pedal the heels back and forth and create some openness and length in the backs of the legs. And also begin to twist the spine by rotating the head from side to side under each opposite armpit. Nice work, everybody. Then find stillness in that dog. Again, press the chest closer towards the thighs and feel the broadening across the upper back. Breathe fully. Downward dog is an inversion. Give yourself some time here. Letting the body settle. Building the muscle memory of this pose that we return to many times throughout practice. Then bend the knees, look up between the hands, and let's step up with either one big step with the right foot and then the left, or as many smaller steps as you need, and then fold into a forward fold. Release the arms down and toe heel the feet out hip width distance apart if you have your big toes to touch. Let's just take a brief ragdoll here. So lightly bend the knees, let the chest rest on the thighs. Your loose fists can come to rest in elbow creases, so you can gently sway from side to side. So the torso is just absolutely relaxed. The head is relaxed, so to nod the head yes and shake it no. Let any tension, residual tension from the week, just cascade off of you like a waterfall. And then release the arms down. Very slowly, one vertebrae at a time, begin to roll yourself up, pressing through the feet. The paradox of yoga, we always root. So the more energy we push downwards, the more energy we have to draw ourselves up. And then when you reach a full standing position, loop your shoulders up and back a few times, and then up and forward. All right, so we ready to flow? I like to practice with the big toes to touch, so toe heel the feet closer together if you'd like, or you can stay hip width distance apart. Heels slightly wider apart than the toes. So we're slightly pigeon-toed if you look down at your feet. The outer edges of the feet creating a capital H shape. Then on an inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, gaze up, palms touch. Exhale, open the arms wide and hinge forward from the hips with a flat back. Bottom of the exhale, forehead tucks towards the knees. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, fold low, draw yourself into a forward fold. Inhale, reverse that swan dive, so arms open wide, coming up with a flat back, arcing into a gentle back bend, and exhale, hands to the heart. That's called a mountain breath. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, palms touch, exhale, fold forward. Half inhale, exhale, forward fold, hands behind the shins, draw you deeper. Inhale all the way up, arcing back like you're coming out of the water. Exhale, energy into the heart. 1 more time. Inhale, reach, grow tall. Exhale, drawing the core body in, fold low. Half lift, exhale, shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands. Moving now into a full sun salutation. So as we move into the sun salutation, we are thinking about the Chinese proverb that it's better to light the candle than to curse the darkness. So that's what we do with these sun salutations. There's a lot of darkness going on now. Exhale, fold low, but we're lighting that inner candle right now. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale this time, plant the hands, step yourself back to a plank pose and hold this first time through. We'll move a bit more slowly the first time. On an exhale, let's all lower the knees down. I'll show you one variation, which is to press the hips back to the heels. And inhale, rock the body forward into Cobra pose by lowering the hips down and taking a gentle spine strengthening back bend here, hugging the elbows into the side body. Then on the exhale, tuck the toes, come back up through table, and send the hips high down. We're facing dog. So that's a nice, gentler version of a sun salutation that I'll show you next. Hold on to that, remembering that moving through with lowered knees, hips to heels, and through table are always options. 1 more inhale here in your downward dog. Then on an exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, step up and arrive at the top of the mat. Half lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold low. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, we return to our mountain pose, hands at the heart, Samasthiti. Inhale, 1 more round of sun salutation. We'll actually do several more, but here we move on to the next. Fold low. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. This time, push-up variation with knees lowered. So lower the knees and bend the elbows to 90 degrees if you like. So you can see that this takes more upper body strength. Building to a push-up. Then inhale, pressing through the tops of the feet. Perhaps your hips and thighs are still lifted off the ground. This is upward dog. Or you can find the cobra where we were before with the hips and thighs lowered. Exhale, roll back over the toes, find downward facing dog. So just showing you options. Remember, yoga practice filled with options. Downward dog is where we always meet, regardless of the option we take through the flow. Exhale, now bend the knees, look up, big step to the top of the mat, or many little steps, your choice. Half lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold. Root to rise on the inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. 1 more time. Option for the full chaturanga push-up if you're ready. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive low. Uttanasana, forward fold. Half lift as you inhale. Exhale, step back to plank pose. If you're joining me for the full push-up, knees stay lifted. Shift the shoulders over the wrists. Bend the elbows to 90 degrees. Don't dip below 90. If your chest dips below the elbows here, then lower the knees. Inhale, upward dog, through your back bend or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Beautiful work through those sun salutations. I hope you're feeling the warmth beginning to spread throughout the body, building that heat, that inner fire, lighting that candle, being the light in the darkness. Exhale, now bend the knees, look up between the hands, time to step, or perhaps you'd like to hop up to the top of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale now is chair pose. So as we, whoops, excuse me, I'm already getting okay. Zoom just said that they removed our 40-minute time limit. I don't know why they did that early, but I took it. So hopefully we won't be interrupted. Chair pose, hips back, arms high. So our hips are sitting back, looking for that missing chair, but we don't need it because the power in our legs is fierce here. You might want to gaze down, make sure the toes are visible in front of the knees so that you're protecting the knee joint here. One more deep inhale. Exhale, stand up, hands to hips and fold low. Move through that vinyasa flow, the sun A sequence. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and then choose your path. Are you keeping your knees lifted or lowering? Are you moving into cobra or upward facing dog? All beautiful options. Exhale, we meet in downward facing dog. Now on the inhale, sweep the right leg up, three-legged dog. Point the toes, hold here. Keeping the hips square to the mat for this variation today. Breathe, breathe, breathe. On your exhale, step that right leg through, spin the back foot 45 degrees, down at the feet. You're welcome to open that right foot a little bit so that you're on two parallel train tracks. And then on your inhale, warrior one, sweep up. So in warrior one, we're in a forward facing lunge position with the energy really still extending through the back leg, especially the outer edge of that back foot. Even as the arms reach up, the shoulders drop down, and you feel that lovely opposition of energy rooting down into the earth through the feet, through the legs, lifting up with the arms. And then go ahead and spin that back foot so that you're up on the ball of the foot, right? Crescent warrior position. We're coming into a balancing posture, warrior three. So options for the arms here. If you're newer to the practice, I suggest taking the hands to the heart or even perhaps out to the side with the palms forward for an airplane position. I'll start right now with the hands at the heart. More experienced yogis, you're welcome to keep the arms overhead for the full warrior three experience. With the hands at the heart, we launch forward, coming to balance on that right leg, hinging from the hips. This is also called balancing stick, which is, I think, a helpful way to think about it because we're trying to create a capital T shape in the body, keeping those hips square to the mat, keeping the leg and the torso in line. Breathe, breathe, breathe. It's quite okay to fall out. We meet back by landing lightly back onto the ball of the foot, into our crescent warrior. And then our transition is to warrior two. So now spin the back foot open so that it's parallel with the back edge of the mat and sink into the lunge. So now our hips are square to the side wall, to our left. And we sink into the lunge. So we're building a flow today. It will eventually become an around the world flow. My intention is for us to create energy in all directions and around the world, perhaps send that healing energy all around the world where it's desperately needed right now. But we'll start facing forward for a while and build the flow before we take it on a journey around the world. So inhale now, sweep that right arm high to reverse the warrior, stay committed to the lunge, the side body stretch, and the exhale is side angle pose. Right arm comes down to rest lightly on the right thigh, Left arm sweeps down and up all the way along the ear. So we create this long line energy in the left side of the body, dialing that pinky down, gazing at the left armpit. Look down at the big toe for your balance, and let the left arm pull you up out of the pose as you straighten the right leg and reverse your triangle here. Again, sweeping the right arm high and finding that side body stretch all through the right side. Exhale this triangle pose. Kick that left hip back. Reach the right arm forward. Hold here and see if you can extend those fingers any further forward without changing the torso at all. Now, drop the right arm down, pointed towards the floor. Press lightly to the inside of the shin. And then sweep the left arm high. So finding that same alignment we had earlier when we were in our modified side plank. Body's open, chin is lifted, gaze up if it's safe for your neck or straight ahead of you. Breathe and draw the inner thighs towards one another, creating so much strength here. Exhale, look down at the big foot. Inhale, return to your warrior two. Transition now is to goddess pose, one of my favorites. So face that left side of the room and turn your toes out, heels in, sit low, into the hips, cactus the elbows. And sink a little deeper if you can. And then if you'd like in your goddess pose, you can begin to dance to the goddess loves movement as she shifts from side to side.
That's the end of the coffee. See?
We hear somebody's got their microphone on and doing a lovely child voice. That's nice.
No, you go
All
and
right,
tell
inhale to five-pointed star. Straighten the legs. Expand in 5 directions. So open the
Do
fingers
you jugs to drink?
and across the chest.
What do you use that?
And then exhale, return to warrior two towards your mat. On an inhale, reverse that warrior. And exhale, cartwheel the arms down, step back, and take a vinyasa flow.
You hold it.
A push up,
I
and
am holding
your back bend,
it. Stop, because I need
and meeting us in downward dog.
Ready? Want to put it in creamer? Just give me the creamer. You're being great.
3 breaths.
Hey, y'all can still mute.
That means my charge right there. To help
One more
mama.
inhale.
My charge right
Now
there.
bend the knees, look up, step up to the top of the mat. Half lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold. I don't know whose child that was, but he was very cute. Inhale, chair pose, sit low. All right. Nice work here, everybody. Building that heat in the chair again. On an inhale, stand tall. Exhale, fold low over the legs. Now to the other side. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, hammer plant, step back. Shoulders over the wrists. Lower through your vinyasa. Upward dog as you inhale.
I put too much in it.
Upward dog on the exhale.
No, that's perfect.
Now sweep the left toes up, up, up.
No. But it's more like
Through.
too high.
On setting up those legs so that back foot is at a 45 degree. Inhale, find warrior one.
Is he scary?
It's good.
Ooh, I have a friend making a yoga environment too. Do you all hear
Where do
that?
I put it? On my dish.
Breathing. All right, preparing for that launch to warrior. In the back foot so that you're on the ball of the foot with
I gotta go. Why?
and hands at the heart center and launch forward. Warrior 3 on the left leg with the right leg out straight behind you, creating that capital T shape. Remembering more
Today I did.
the arms can extend.
This day I did have a feel of jelly beans.
We're not having jelly beans today for breakfast. You have to have real breakfast.
One more inhale.
Fine.
And exhale, land lightly.
You
So I don't know who it is who's feeding your child breakfast,
When I
but
say
you
no
want to put
sugar,
your
that means
speaker
sugar
on, put your
is not
speaker on
good.
mute.
If you turn sweeter,
Shonda, I think your mute's not on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Okay,
so
thanks.
All right, inhale up. Thank you, Dee Dee. Exhale, now we open to warrior two. There we go. Warrior two towards the front of the mat. Settling in, finding that openness in the hips. Keeping the left knee open here, not collapsing down. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Sweep the left arm high. Side body stretch throughout the left side. And exhale, find your side angle. Let that arm come down to rest lightly. Sweep the right arm along the ear and open the body. So we're gazing under that right armpit, dialing the pinky down towards the ceiling and creating a long line of energy from the heel all the way out the pinky. Breathe, breathe. Exhale, look down at the foot and come into reverse triangle, straightening that left leg, sweeping the left arm high. Then exhale, triangle pose, right hip kicks back, arm reaches forward. Lower the left arm down when you can't reach any further. Keep the body open, don't collapse that right shoulder down, and extend the right arm, stacking directly above the left. Draw the inner thighs together. Nice isometric contraction here. Exhale, look down at the foot, and on the inhale, return back to your warrior two. Goddess pose. Heels in, toes out. Find movement, sink lower. Inhale, 5-pointed star, straighten the legs and extend, expand. Point the fingers wide. Exhale, warrior two, top of the mat, settle in. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, cartwheel down. All right, flowing through. And then we're ready to take this around the world. Let it be a dance, you all. We're not coming back to the top of the mat to build we're not going back into the warrior threes again. We've done that on each side. We'll start from here and we'll just continue our dance. So let's begin with the right leg. Inhale, right leg, up, 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 up. Exhale, step through. Inhale, warrior one, sink into it. Exhale, open to warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle, moving with the breath. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Exhale, triangle pose. So you use your muscle memory, you know where to go. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, goddess, sink into it. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Now here's the transition. Exhale, warrior two to the back of your mat. There we go. And we move now on the left side. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle. Move with grace. Move with fluidity. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, goddess. Roll the weight to the outer edges of the feet. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, once again to the back of the mat. Now we're moving through a vinyasa transition. Inhale, reverse the warrior, left arm sweeps high. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down, frame the back foot, step back, and flow through your vinyasa. Upward dog as you inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Funny position right now. If you look up at your video screen, you're looking at my backside. That means we're doing it right. Let's continue our flow, taking it around, finishing the 360 degrees around the world. Inhale, right leg up, 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 up. Exhale, step through. Inhale, warrior one, rise up. Exhale, open, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Exhale, triangle pose. Hinge forward, left arm high. Exhale, warrior two. Or that was inhale, sorry. Exhale, goddess, sink into it. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior two, top of the mat. We arrive back facing one another, my friends. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, expand and open. Exhale, warrior two, top of the mat. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, flow through your vinyasa or meet us in downward dog if you're done with this vinyasa transition. It's always your practice, let it be your choice. We gotta take it 360 the other direction. Let's dance. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step through. Inhale, warrior one, top of the mat. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, goddess, heel in, cactus the arms. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior two, back of the mat, sending love to the other side of the world. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle, reach and extend. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, goddess, open up, send love. Inhale, open and expand, 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior two, back of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cartwheel the arms, frame the foot, step back. Take your vinyasa transition or meet us in downward dog. Inhale, left leg sweeps up. Exhale, step through. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, welcome home. Inhale and exhale, lower down. Flow through your vinyasa. All right, my friends, are we ready? Let's do this one more time, moving with the breath. You've worked so long to build the flow, find the dance. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, I'm just gonna call the breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, we're in goddess. Inhale, exhale, back of the mat. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, triangle. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, 5-pointed. Exhale to the rear, warrior two. Inhale, exhale, flow through. Step back. Transition. Right leg up, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle. Inhale. Exhale, goddess. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two, top of the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, warrior two. Goddess, sink low. Inhale, five pointed. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down, step back. One more vinyasa transition in this practice. We've got to take it around with the left leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale. Inhale, five pointed. Exhale, back of the mat. Inhale, side angle. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, goddess. Inhale. Exhale, take it to the rear. Inhale. Exhale, transition or meet in downward dog. Three-legged dog, left leg on the inhale. Our final section of the earth to send our love to. Inhale up. Exhale, open. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Take it to the front. Exhale. Last time through. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, triangle, reverse. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, goddess. You are a goddess. Inhale, open. And exhale, top of the mat. Last time through the vinyasa. Ah, the glorious earth. Shift the shoulders over the wrists. Lower through your push-up. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Hold this time. Beautiful, beautiful flow. Everybody go ahead and drop your knees down. Sit the hips back on the heels and just take a moment. I invite you to draw the hands up to the heart center if you like and slightly bow the chin. Come back into the breath. Feel the heartbeat. Feel the energy in the body that you created. Feel the warmth. Let this be your prayer. All right, we've built up for this. The body's warm. Let's come into a camel pose. So stacking the body, we're standing up over the knees, feet directly behind us. Take your hands behind you like you're putting them in the back pocket of your jeans. Draw the shoulder blades together, squeeze those rhomboid muscles at the back. Begin to push your hips forward and open the heart. This is the deepest heart-opening pose I know. And that's what we all need right now, to not retreat into darkness and fear, but to open our hearts towards one another. So continue to push the hips forward. This may be your pose. If you feel that this is your depth, hold here. If you can continue to drop back and keep pushing the hips forward as you drop the head back. Perhaps You're able to release your arms down one at a time to find the heels. But don't do that if you collapse in the spine. Keep the hips pressing forward. Stay with the breath. This is an intense pose. There's a lot of vulnerability here. We're all very vulnerable. We're all very human. Breathe. One more full breath. Exhale it all out. Then on your next inhale, walk yourself back up. Sit low back on the heels. Come inside one more time. Close the eyes, hands to the heart. Beautiful work, everybody. Rock your body forward. Nice transition after that deep camel is to do just a few more cat-cows, but going very gentle. So on this first cat, only go about 50% because it's a counter to the back bend and we don't want to take it too fast. Then on the inhale, coming into the cow, you can take a nice deep back bend here. Then on this next cat, maybe about 75% expansion of the spine. Inhale, cow pose, deep back bend. This time maybe 90% into your cat. You can push a little further. Cow, inhale, and now your cat, 100%. A full counter of that back bend. Push, 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 round the spine. And then return to a neutral place. Shift the hips back over the heels, and this time let those legs come out in front of you. Let's take a reverse plank here. So let the hands come behind you with the fingertips pointing towards the glutes. And let's open the front body by pressing into the hands, lifting the hips up, release the head back. This is a pose that opens you up when you're feeling like places in your body are tight, that you're coming too much into stress and anxiety. Let this pose free you. Drop the hips back down. Draw the knees in. Give yourself a little hug here. Just allow the forehead to rest on the knees. Hugging the forearms around the shins. And then extend the legs long. Take the fleshy parts away from the glutes so the sitting bones are rooted down, and inhale, reach up, coming into a nice forward fold. Flex the feet and hinge forward, finding the outer edges of the feet if they're available, or the shins, whatever you can reach. We ended the class with some nice deep, deep back bending. Now forward bending tells the body it's time to slow down, kind of cool down. Inhale, come back up. Let the arms open directly out in front of you, so extend them away from the body. Now we're rolling down to our back, so very slowly unwinding one vertebrae at a time. And when the shoulders and the head reach the ground, extend the arms long overhead, point the toes. Get a full body stretch in equal and opposite directions, like you're being pulled in half. It's a glorious stretch. And then on the exhale, bring the knees into the body. Take the hands below the knees and draw small circles with the knees. So you're really massaging the lower back here. That's what this is all about. Releasing any residual tension in that back. Then change directions, go the other way. And now for our hips, let's come into a happy baby. So open the knees wide, flex the feet and extend them up towards the ceiling. Reach up with the hands, find either the outer or the inner edge of the feet. Or another option is to take your two peace fingers and find the big toe. And whatever you find, draw the feet down, drawing the knees down closer to the ground, and at the same time, maintain the connection of the lower back to the mat so you continue to stretch the spine. And happy babies can be playful. If you'd like to rock from side to side, that can be lovely in this pose, but sometimes stillness is what's called for. So just play with what feels right to you today. And sometimes I like to stay in a happy baby, and sometimes my legs are asking for a stretch. So I take my 2 fingers around the big toes and expand into a nice wide V. And then draw the knees back in. Open the arms, either like a capital T or a goalpost. Keep the legs in this tabletop position. We're coming into some spinal twists for our final movement postures of the practice. So on your exhale, let both knees drop to the right as you gaze left. Gentle spinal twist here. Eyes can already close and begin to go inward. And then inhale the knees back through the center. On the exhale, let them fall to the left, gaze right. Either keeping the gaze very soft and open here, or already allowing the eyes to close. Inhale the knees back to center. Exhale, give yourself a big hug. Wrap the forearms around the shins, and this time draw the forehead up to meet the knees so you're curled up into a nice little ball. And gently rock from side to side. Just take a moment to offer yourself any words of love, appreciation, of gratitude. And then take a moment to send that out to whoever needs it. And then on an exhale, lower your body down, let the legs extend out. We're finding our final and our most important pose, Shavasana. Don't skip this part, my friends. Let the arms come away from the body, perhaps a 45-degree angle, and the legs open away from the body. The toes fall out. You might need to do some wiggles of the head or of the shoulders or the hips, just to find your cozy spot. And when you get there, settle in. And this is a time to release all control of the breath, of your thoughts, of your efforts. And I apologize that my husband has decided right now to start mowing the lawn. I don't think he has any idea how loud that is going by the window. But settle into your Shavasana. When you truly find that place of peace and relaxation, no sounds, no externalities can disturb you. Because you have that inner lightness, that expanded consciousness that's always there for you. No matter how busy and crazy the world gets, this space, sometimes we lose track of it, but it's there, waiting for you. Turn inward, to connect to the breath, to feel the sensations of the body, and to be safe. You need a longer Shavasana, you can go ahead and just tune me out here or stop the Zoom meeting. Hang out here on your mat as long as you need to. And if you're ready to rejoin me, then begin to reconnect to the breath. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Listen to the sound of the lawnmower. I can only laugh, right? Not a yogi, he's not a yogi. Extend the arms long overhead, wiggle the fingers, roll out the wrists, wiggle the hips, wiggle the shoulders, rock from side to side, and then draw the knees into the body and roll over to a favorite side. Give yourself a few breaths here in a lovely supported fetal position. The bottom arm is your pillow. And then push through the top hand to return to your seated place. All right, I see you, you're back. All right, hands to the heart. One Om together. Inhale all the breath, or exhale all the breath, and then inhale to Om. Om. Let's go ahead and do that one more time, but come on up and unmute your microphones. I want to hear the beautiful Om together. So let's unmute ourselves. Yeah. All right. So exhale, inhale. Oh. We were loud enough to cover the lawnmower. Good job. The Inner Light Me honors the Inner Light Me. Each one of you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste. Namaste.
Thank you, Susan.
Oh, you're welcome. Let me come on up so I can see you.
Hey, Susan, how do we make a donation?
Oh, yes. Thank you. I wanted to mention that. Yes. So the Let It Be Yoga website, so it's letitbeyoga.org, has a link for you to make a donation. I'm not sure which payment forms Shonda has set up there, but I think it's most things. I know credit card. I'm not sure if she has, like, does anybody know, does she have Venmo or PayPal or anything like that set up?
I'm not sure.
Okay, anyway, but yeah, so Shonda's just, you know, obviously trying to keep the studio going, and so I thought that while I'm doing that, hopefully we can kind of treat it like you were practicing in the studio, so whatever you would normally donate in the studio would be great to donate. And, you know, obviously you don't have to do that after every class. You can do like a one-time thing for whatever, however many online classes you'll be doing. But thank you all so much. So how are y'all doing?
Thank you.
Yeah. Everybody doing, are you all doing okay? Is everybody hanging in there?
Hanging in there. This really helped. I liked seeing everybody.
Yes.
Do you like this better than the Facebook Live?
I do, but
Maybe I'm just not used to it yet.
that's probably it.
You know?
What do you mean? What do you mean, Brendan? Did you like the Facebook Live better?
I did, but only, I think because I could put you on my TV. And so I was like totally into the class and not paying attention to other things. Do you know what I'm saying?
I see. Yeah.
But I think it's just gonna, you know, I'll just have to get used to it. It'll be fine.
Well, I might do it both ways. What I think maybe is nice about Facebook Live for some people is less intimidating, right? Because when you do Facebook Live, you don't have to like announce yourself that you're even there, you know?
Right.
And this way you kind of feel like, okay, do I have my space set up and my life set up that I want to put myself on?
Yeah.
But I love seeing you all. It meant a lot to me to see you all. So thank you.
This is what I've been dealing with the whole time right here, these two.
Oh my gosh.
But see, that's so great. That showed all of us what you were dealing with.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
right.
My dogs are locked in the house.
Yeah.
And Dee Dee, you weren't too cold out there?
Gosh, no, it was great. It's getting hot
Awesome.
now.
Awesome. Yeah, well, I don't know, you guys. Should I have a chat with my husband about the whole lawnmower thing?
Nah,
I
I didn't
You
hear it.
can
until
wait
you said
5
it.
more minutes?
I was about to say, I barely could hear it, so.
Okay, good. I couldn't even hear myself think anymore once he keeps making these passes right in front of the window. Oh, well. I'm
Thank
glad he's
you.
mowing the lawn, so I guess I'm
Happy
not
to the
gonna.
sewing machine, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Yeah, bye, everyone.
Bye, you all. Thank you.